That's right. So here to help us declutter, refresh, and renew our love life, if you need it, the relationship coach, Natalie Clarice, is with us today. Natalie, good to see you.
So glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Yeah, we got to talk about love and cleaning up our lives. I think a lot of us over the winter and the fall, we got a lot of dust on our love lives. We got complacent.
From all the dust?
All the dust, all the pollen. Give us the allergy pill.
Okay, so here's the thing. The same way we clean our homes in the spring is the same thing that we need to do with our relationships, okay? This is the time that we need to clear out built-up issues, improve communication, and re-energize your relationship with your partner, okay? Just like everything else in our lives need maintenance, your relationship needs maintenance as well.
So let's start with what we need to unpack here. Let's start with emotional baggage that some people may not even realize that they're carrying around. What does that look like, and how can we clean it up?
Yes, people who are carrying around grudges or past issues, you understand, from something that happened some time ago. This is the time to let that go. People who are not, in a space where they're able to really communicate with their partners. You understand? It's very important that you have open, honest communication with your partner, okay? Without that, we can't have a relationship.
Communication is key.
I'm thinking about somebody maybe watching this and on the brinks of breaking up, right? They are tired of their person. How can they revive that?
Revisit your relationship with your partner. You understand? Have a seat. Talk about, the expectations. You understand? I always say communication is the key before doing anything. So I think what would be very great in a situation like that, to revisit the relationship and the expectations and have a conversation with your partner.
And speaking of communication, especially if it's something that's new and you're not really comfortable just yet identifying maybe some toxic traits or toxic habits or negative patterns. How do you communicate that with someone without them jumping on the defense?
Okay, it's just a matter of the way that your approach. Everything is about the approach. You understand? You can't, get offensive if someone is just coming to you saying, hey, I would like to have a conversation. You understand? So start with the more polite approach. That's what I would say.
Well, a lot of us are thinking about what we're going to do over the summer. We're going to go on trips, but sometimes those trips get a little toxic. We just came off of a holiday season, Valentine's Day, all these things, and we let it kind of trickle into the summer. How can we create better boundaries?
Oh, boundaries are necessary. We have to have boundaries. That's just without saying. And the term better, boundaries are boundaries, you ask me, you understand? So with that being said, I just think that as far as setting better boundaries, it's all about what you want, you understand? What it is that you desire in your relationship, and you have to set your boundaries around that, according to that.
Now, if some of these boundaries have been breached, maybe someone's watching who has tried to make something work. But listen, when you are unequally yoked, it just won't.
Sometimes you got to let it go.
Sometimes you have to let it go. So how do you identify that point in which it is time to let it go? You done cleaned it up, you took out the trash, the garbage truck came.
You might need to sell the house.
What do you do?
Here's the thing. When you find yourself having to revisit the same situation over and over and over again, because once you say something to your partner and they love you or care for you the way that they say they do, you shouldn't be having another discussion about that. So when you see yourself constantly, repeating the same thing, then it's time for us to sit down and say, is this for me? Is this the right situation for me? And sometimes it's not.